regardless, it was good, and I would definitely read it again. What does that say about me? I don't know. I read a lot of books, and I'm just like, what does that say about me? But if you read it, what does that say about you? Are y'all ready to yap? I'm ready to yap. Y'all ready to listen to me yap? We can yap together. Just let's just pretend we're having a conversation. Okay. Let's talk about the best books I read in 2024. And y'all, it was hard. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so bad at keeping track. I did a really bad job of keeping track of the books that I read last year. I can say that now. But one of my New Year's resolutions, my new 2025 new me, is to keep track of my books on Goodreads, because apparently people actually use it. So now it's my turn. First up, oh my god, I'm so excited. My first read of 2024 on Kindle, on my beautiful tiny little Kindle, is Offside Hearts by Nikki something. I don't remember the last name, but it's by right here. This book right here. Y'all, this book, if you are looking for the boy obsessed, he falls first, forbidden kind of romance, smutty kind of book, and the plot is plotting, like it's a good level of plot and smut, this one right here. In their very first interaction, they got stuck in an elevator, and don't ask me how the stars aligned, but they aligned, and this man gave this girl a literal orgasm mid-crisis of being stuck in an elevator, lights off and everything. I was hooked. The plot was my favorite. The fact that it actually had a like 50-50 plot and smut, and y'all, I'm not here just for the smut, I swear. But it was so leveled out so well. I like one chapter we're reading about character development, and the next chapter he's calling her a good girl. The best of both worlds. Overall, this book was just, I loved it. I loved every second of it. Plot was there, smut was there, spice was there, characters were there. The characters were fun. The storyline was fun, and the ending was beautiful. Like, this guy was like, we were meant to be since that time I drove you into an orgasm. And he proved it to her. Next on the list is the Mindf series. Oh my gosh, I ate this book up so fast. I ate the entire series so fast. I can't even tell you guys if there was like a favorite book in that series, because I literally don't remember, because I was just going through it. Like, there was no stopping. I was obsessed. This series is literally about a badass. Like, if we're talking about badass FMCs, like the ones that are the ones that are gonna kick ass, that's our girl. Lana, that's our girl. This is literally about a girl who was a serial killer getting revenge after a group of guys did some awful things to her. Y'all, read the trigger warnings for this one. I definitely was not expecting it. This is about a FMC serial killer who is getting revenge for her childhood, working with one of her best friends, and she ends up dating a guy who is also a part of the FBI, who is also working on her case. He is hunting for the serial killer that is his girlfriend. Entire series, I was hooked. I was stuck. I was just stressed. In the ending, I was like, how does this end? Like, how is this going to end well? Our girl Abby made it work, y'all. She just poof, like, it was so good. Oh my god, read it. It's on Kindle, like, it's free. Read it right now. And if you can't find it in a legal website, I don't know. But seriously, the Mindfuck series, it hurt me. Like, it actually has a special place in my heart. That Lana's story, our main character's story, is actually, like, soul crushing. Like, you learn her story throughout the series, because it's not one of those things where the reader knows what happens to the FMC and then, like, the people in the FMC's lives are learning it. You're literally learning it as you go, and as you uncover the truths and the secrets behind the whole like story, Lana's story, traumatic childhood. Speechless. Is honestly speechless. And this was written so incredibly well. Like I don't even know. Like, this is just one of those things. You have to read it to really understand. Like, you need to read it so you can connect with Lana. Because me and Lana are like this. We're like this. Next up. I'm sorry. Next up, we have a single dad romance. Oh my god. This book right here ignites. Like, someone call 911 and admit me into a hospital. I ate this book up. I was inside of it. I literally felt like I needed to, like, take my Kindle and shove it in my mouth so I could, Ignite is a single dad romance. A age gap. A friends with benefits, it's strangers to friends, from friends to lovers, or benefits, and then benefits to lovers. I was blushing the whole time. This is a grumpy ex-sunshine, so that in itself is literally like, wow, we love that. And when I tell you the father, the dad, the grump, he sticks to that title. He is grumpy. But you know what else he is? He is fine as hell. Daddy Dex, if y'all don't ever see my TikTok, Daddy Dex is daddy. This book was so interesting. It wasn't even like interesting as in like, oh my god, there's so many things going on. It was just interesting. Like, that was it. It wasn't boring. Daddy Dex, also the single dad, also our grumpster, moves in to a new apartment with his 2 daughters that he sees on the weekends. And just some background because it's important. He is a firefighter and he is an ex-Navy SEAL. So this man is big bulk and got experience. So when he moves in to meet his new neighbor, who is our sunshine, Winnie, they have a brief interaction until one day Winnie is in her apartment taking a shower, and then her freaking alarm thingy thing goes off. Daddy Dex steps in to save the day, breaks into the apartment, and ends up catching Winnie standing on her suitcase, booty ass naked, trying to turn off the fire alarm thing. It was so embarrassing. And just to make matters worse, Winnie literally crawled to her bathroom because she was so embarrassing. But girl, that was even more embarrassing. But it wasn't like that, oh my god, so embarrassing, I need to stop reading. Well, it was, but it was like, oh my god, like, what do we do next? Like, now he saw her booty naked. Like, are we gonna advance from here? Like, what is happening? And let me just tell y'all, they advance. But Ignite is a small town romance, and this book was humorous the entire time. It was funny, especially because of the 2 little daughters. The daughters, I love that we had so much like details about the 2 daughters. Like, they weren't just side characters, they were actually a part of the story, and that is exactly what I was looking for. Ignite, Daddy Dex was exactly what I was looking for. I was literally laying in my bed at 2 a.m. saying, I need a single dad romance right now. And Ignite, Daddy Dex, he delivered. So thank you. So if you need a single dad romance, this is one of them. And in this book, they do this thing where they're like, oh, I don't love you after each interaction, because Winnie is like a love-struck love bomb girl, and so like they're trying to make sure like no strings attached. So every time they have like a little sexy time, they're like, oh, okay, good night. Oh, remember, I don't love you. And they're like, okay, I don't love you too. Until one day, they end up like, of course, loving each other, and it's so good. It's so good. On to the next one. Okay, now of course, I don't know if you've seen this coming, but you should have seen this coming if it hadn't already came. Fourth Wing, Rebecca Yarros. That's all I have to say. I don't even know how to explain how much I enjoyed this romantasy book. This is the first romantasy book that I can't say that, but this is definitely my favorite one so far. But you'll see later in the video that I do have another one that's kind of about to be my favorite. But this book, Fourth Wing, they say it's YA, but I don't know, man. As you get in the book, I don't know if you would say that's YA. But this book is definitely up there when it comes to the fantasy books. And I know all our girlies are waiting for January 25th, or is it 21st? But we're waiting for that third book to come out. And trust y'all, I already pre-ordered it. So I'm just waiting for it to get delivered. But Xaden, he's definitely up there with my book boyfriends, y'all. I gotta make space for him because, oh my God, that man is fine. But it's not about him. It's not about him. It is about him, but it's not about him. Our FMC, Violet, she is definitely a badass. She a badass. Some people like to say she's a little bit of pick-me, but that's not her fault. Like, it's because she's a petite, small, tiny girl, but she's a badass nonetheless, and we see that proven throughout the book. This book was just, I think you have to literally go blind into it, because I went blind into it, no expectations whatsoever, other than the fact that the cover was good and the synopsis was very interesting. But I went into it blind, and I think that's what made my experience so much better. So if there's one thing I would say about Fourth Wing, go into it blind, because, you know, Book Talk, Booktube, Bookstagram, the book community does have, you know, a tendency of overhyping or extremely just setting extreme bars for books, and sometimes we're like, okay, then it better be up here, and then it's kind of like right here, and then you're kind of like, oh, and I feel like it just makes the book worse, but it's really not that bad, just because people overhyped it, or maybe that's just me. But go into it blind. I love this book. The plot was interesting. The fact that I even understood like our like location, like the map and stuff with the storyline and stuff like that, and it all lined up. I had a great time reading. It was so fun. Dragons, I didn't think I was a dragon girly, but I am a dragon girly, and Fourth Wing definitely, y'all literally see, y'all probably seen this the second my jaw started. Like, come on, do y'all see? I'm about that life. I am about that life. So, ow. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Like, this is just living proof that I am about that life. Fourth Wing has had its effect on me, and I'm having a great time. Okay, next up. Also, guys, I have physical copy books, okay? Y'all see my library right there? I have physical copies. I'm just doing the Kindles first. Don't worry. Y'all gonna see the physical copy real soon. Watch. Just keep watching. Okay, next book, we're getting into our, you know, psychological thriller, mystery, creepy type vibes. We have The Inmate by Freida McFadden. I'm going to defend Freida McFadden because I just have to. I have to. I am a big fan of mystery, psychological thriller, true crime, all that good stuff. And so I have to defend her. A lot of people say that, you know, she is an okay author, or they say that her books, like some of her books, they're just no. This book, for me personally, I had a great time. But let me also just say that was the first book that I read by Freida McFadden. So this was the first book by her that I jumped into. So, you know, I didn't have a lot of expectations. I wasn't thinking a lot about it, so I had a great time. I thought the synopsis was pretty interesting. The plot itself was pretty interesting. The entire time I was kind of lost. But it wasn't like I was lost like what the fuck is she talking about. It was lost like what's going to happen. Like I was on my tippy toes the entire time, and I was a little scared. I honestly had a good time reading this book. I cannot sit here and say I didn't, because I did. Reading this book taught me what manipulation was, because I was manipulated. Freida McFadden is the definition of manipulation. And I guess that's why maybe it's a little psychological thriller and all that, because it messes with your fucking brain. But she got me really good. This book had me like, you know, and it was crazy. And the ending, oh my God, the ending, As you just have to read it. You have to read it. It was literally insane. The wordplay was so good. And the thing I like the most about Freida McFadden so far is her writing style. I have a great time reading it. I just like I don't have time to be very critical because the plot and the storyline was so interesting. Like, it was good. And speaking of Freida McFadden, the other book that I read by her was Do Not Disturb. Now that one, I have to say, it was a little because the characters were good, but you cannot tell me that when you first read that book and you first read the first couple lines that you weren't intrigued, because it was saying it started off with our FMC murdering her husband. You're not fascinated by that kind of murder? Well, but like, come on. Do Not Disturb was, again, creepy, psychological thriller, mystery. I was stressed the whole time. Ending caught me off guard. It was good. It was also kind of giving Verity vibes, but it was good. It definitely had me scared. I can't say it didn't, because it did. It had me scared. I was scared for our FMC. I was scared for all the characters in there until it was just, when shit went down, shit went down. So it's like, you don't know what to expect with that book. So that was good. Now, moving on to our physical copies, we have Pen Pal. Let me tell y'all something. Pen Pal is a good book, okay? I don't care. I saw the Goodreads reviews. I love this book, okay? I bawled my eyes out in the end, and I didn't see the plot twist coming. I don't care if it wasn't the kind of romance you're looking for. It was a non-traditional romance, okay, guys? It's a paranormal. I wasn't expecting that. It was smut. The smut was good, and the smut was nasty. And it was good. And the storyline was good. It made a little sense, but it was good nonetheless. Look at this. I love this book. And I will no longer speak on this book in this video because it hurts my heart just rethinking about it. But yeah, y'all. This one caught me off guard. But yeah, y'all. This is a good book. This is a great book. This is an amazing book. I loved it. I give it a shot if you didn't read it. Forget about all the controversy about it. Forget about the hate. Forget about the criticism. Just read it and live in this book. Jump into this book and pretend that it was you. Because how would you have reacted? How would you have felt? Because I felt everything. And it caught me. It caught me in the end. And next on our list, Twisted Lies. Do y'all see how this thick book? Y'all, I am a big fan of this author, okay? The Twisted series, I didn't read the Twisted series in 2024 because I basically finished it in 2023. But I finally read the last book last year because I didn't want to finish the series. So, oh, excuse me. So yeah, Twisted Lies, Christian Harper is this book is a slow burn, guys. This is a slow burn. Was it worth it? Yes. Did it hurt my heart in the end finishing this amazing goddamn series? Yes. Would I read it again for the first time if I could? Yes. Read the Twisted series. Don't even read Twisted Lies. Read the Twisted series. Okay? Just do it. And you will thank me later. Okay, next. I don't have it on me. I do have the physical copy. But King of Wrath. Also by Anna. King of Wrath is also a slow burn. It is a arranged marriage. It is a grumpy ex. I don't even know if I would call her a sunshine. But the Kings of Sin series is also, it's gonna get me. It's gonna get me. King of Wrath was good. Dante Russo is a fine man. And you need to add him to your list of book boyfriends because he is so damn worth it. Damn, that book was good, y'all. Throughout reading this book, I started it and then I stopped. And then I started it again. And I'm not sure why. But it's not that it was hard to get into. But I don't know. I was skeptical. And I think it's because of my obsession with the Twisted series. Guys, the Twisted series, I live, breathe, like, the Twisted series is my personality. Like, I kid you not. I'm obsessed with that series. That's my top romance series. And I don't know if that's like, oh yeah, you're just saying shit, like you're just yapping. I don't care. The Twisted series is that series. It is my series. But King of Wrath was good, and I'm excited to read the rest of the series because I already know all these billionaires, they about to run me for my money, and that's okay. All right, next up on the list, A Court of Mist and Fury, Sarah J. Maas. I don't, like, y'all, in my notes for this book, it literally just says, what the fuck? Because that's all I got. What the fuck? I read the first book last year, 2023. I started this book. I had to stop. And then I continued, and then I stopped. And then I continued on, and I committed. And I'm so upset and glad that I don't know. It's like I have a hate and love relationship with this book. I literally, that is it. The ending tampon. Y'all, this book, this series is definitely also at the top of the screen when it comes to my favorite fantasies books, because fuck, it was good. And fuck, it makes me so mad that it was good. And I'm so scared to read the third book, because this book, when it ended, I was just furious. The way it ended, I was furious. But it's not like it wasn't good. It was so good that it made me so angry. Rastan is so fine, y'all. I love him. Everyone else talks about the other two guys, Asriel and I forgot the other one's name. I don't pay any attention to them. I'm not gonna lie. I don't pay any attention to them. It's Resand. Every day, all day. I loved this book. Even though it took me so long to finish, I loved it. The romanticy was there. The story, the plot, the stress, the drama, it was there. It was there. The slow burn was slow burning. The enemies to lovers, it was good. It was good. This was a good book. If you didn't start this series, start it. It's gonna hurt. I already know this is gonna hurt. I can feel it. Damn. I shouldn't have started this. I'm scared. Next up, we've got the Dirty Air series. And don't talk about how they're two different copies and they're not the same font or whatever. They're not the same. Listen, I got this before this version was released, okay? Just please, I'm already fucking pissed about it. The Dirty Air series is the funnest series that I've read so far. The romance, the slow burn, the enemies to lovers, the friends to lovers, strangers to friends to lovers. It is so good. It is so good. And I eat it up every time that I read this book. And I cannot wait to get the third book. I don't have the third book because I needed to make some self-control, like, you know, relax myself and, you know, actually finish the second book. And I didn't know why. I didn't think I wasn't gonna, like, eat the second book up the way I ate the first book. These two couples, oh, I love them. Liam, Noah, our F1 drivers, y'all. Oh my god, they're so good. The plot's so good. And then the details in the books are phenomenal. And it's so good. I love this series. If you didn't read it and you're looking for something fun, read it. And then the smut, y'all. The spice. It's pretty good. Okay, next up, we've got another single dad romance, The Nanny. I also ate this book up. I love a rom-com. I don't even know if this would be considered a rom-com, but I don't care. I ate this book up. I wasn't expecting anything with this book. I was expecting good, but I wasn't expecting good, you know? Like, I wasn't expecting it to actually rip my heart out of my chest and kiss it goodbye. Because when I finished this book, I was so sad. I was so sad. This is about a nanny who is nannying our MMC's daughter, and he catches feelings for her. Like, that's literally it. He catches feelings for her, she catches feelings for him, and they're like, hey, let's fuck it out. But he's also just like, hey, my daughter already went through some stuff with not having a mom, and I already went through that kind of stuff, so I don't want anything serious, so let's just have some fun, even though I would marry the fuck out of you. And, you know, they do that until it gets too much. And, you know, every love story can't have its happy ending, but they did. So I was really happy when that happened. But this was so good. I loved it. I loved it. Next up, we have The Priest. Okay. This, I didn't finish it. Wait. I almost finished it in 2024. This book is good. Hear me when I say this. This book is good. I'm the problem. It was so good that I simply stopped. But I could not have not put this in my 2024 reads because it was good, okay? It was good. This book is about a priest who commits a sin, breaks his own rules on his church's altar with another woman. And are you getting what I'm putting down? This book is dirty. Dirty. The plot, it was there, but it's more dirty than plot. So if that's not what you're looking for, then okay, fine. But if that's what you're looking for, then fine. As in, our character is fine. Our pastor is fine. This is a pastor who is preaching to her punani. He is preaching to her punani. That's exactly how I would put it. Yep, this was good. This was a good book. Next up, we have Little Stranger. Y'all, Little Stranger is so good. Dark romance. Malachi's fucked up, and he does fucked up things. And that is just the gist of it. And he is literally the definition of touch her and you die. This is a step siblings kind of thing. Or, oh, not step siblings. This is a fostered siblings kind of thing. And he's mute, so he doesn't really speak. And it's really good. And this is a audio book must. You have to read the audio book as well if you want the best experience, because I did it and it was so good. I heard that one scene, and you probably heard it too. It was like sorry, fucking sorry, and it was so good. Little Stranger is really fucked up. That one scene where he literally fucks his sister on top of her dad's dead body. Speechless. I was like, what the fuck am I reading? The entire time I was like, what the fuck am I reading? Like, am I okay? Like, I was questioning my own morals. Like, what am I reading? And I finished it, and I ate it up, and I'm considering reading the second book. What about it? Now, lastly, the Goode Brothers. Homewrecker and Antihero. These are MM romances and MMF romances. I don't remember which one is which. But this is basically about two Christian brothers who are like, I don't want to be a good boy anymore. I want to be a bad boy. And so they definitely are bad boys in bed. I ate it up. Really bad. Sarah Kate. Woo! Sarah Kate. These two books I finished in 24 hours because it was so good. It was so stressful the entire time. The plot is so stressful. The characters are fucked up. Trauma. The men, let me clarify. The men are fucked up. The girls, the FMCs, they also have their issues. But the guys, yeah, definitely need help. But I loved these two books. They were really good. But these two books, let's just say the spice was heavy. The spice was so heavy. And I don't even know if I could say if it was equal amount of storyline, plot, character development, and spice and smut and sex and all that stuff. But regardless, it was good. And I would definitely read it again. What does that say about me? I don't know. I read a lot of books, and I'm just like, what does that say about me? But if you read it, what does that say about you? Anyway, those are our top 2024 reads of that year. I can't believe it's over. 2024 is over, and we are now on to a new year, a new reading goal. I swear I'm gonna do so much better at keeping track of how many books I read, because I have no recollection and no records of any books that I read in 2024. I just so happen to look at my Kindle and remember. But Goodreads played the fuck out of me, because it literally says I read 0 pages and 0 books in 2024. I have no idea why. But it's okay. New year, new Goodreads, new me. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and check out all my other socials, because I'm just as fun on those socials. And yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about next, but I'm probably just gonna yap. Bye.